you have been Stefan's teammate and you've also competed against him, but I want to know, how do you separate the game from family?
You're locked in and you're competitive and like you want to win the game. But there's always going to be little like jokes. Last game we played the Warriors, he shoots it, he turns around, he's looking for me on the bench. I was like, what's up, D. Lee?
You should have flipped him off.
Like, get out of here. Go back to the bay.
Hey, it's me, Cam Brink.
And I'm Dell Curry Lee.
And it's me, D. Lee, the moment you've been waiting for.
Oh my gosh. Whose idea was this? Oh, I'm sorry. It's me again.
It's you.
My bad. Sorry. And welcome back to Straight to Cam, a web original presented by Perplexity. I did it.
She has trouble with that word.
First of all, I have a speech impediment that I don't know if people know, but like I'm sure it's come out a lot on here. And sometimes I can't pronounce things. Like presented by Perplexity, that part, that really fucks me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a hard time with the P's. But not this P.
Hello.
Just kidding.
Action. You
Can we
can
please
see.
keep that in?
Speaking of P's. All right. So today's guest we have with us is my dear old husband, Damion Lee, who's already introduced himself. But I want to give my own welcome to NBA champ, my favorite player in the league, freelance photographer, amateur golfer, owner of Daily Deposit Crew, payer of my bills, and the father of my 2.5 children. Third one coming, hopefully any day now. Mr. Damion Lee, welcome, welcome, welcome.
What's up?
Snap,
What's up?
snaps.
Snap.
How many of those in the intro did you want me to add? One, freelance photographer, amateur golfer, owner of Daily Deposit Crew.
Yeah.
4?
Those are his 3 additions.
4 things? Oh, no, 3 things?
Sydel added pair of my bills.
I wanted more.
Which that's a good touch.
Yeah, that was all right.
But I did. That's
I
very
really
important.
wanted more, but I feel like this is this is an honor. This is an honor to be invited on Straight to Cam. Seeing all the work you guys have done, and I'm ready to chop shop. This is my one time popping out for a while. I get out from under my rock.
Are you in your gaming chair right now?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
We are so happy to have you.
Did you guys play Fortnite when y'all were together?
Yeah, see, video gamer, streamer. What?
Streamer.
Oh no, sorry.
No, so for context, Damion was in town in LA. Was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday. Tuesday.
Monday.
We don't even know what day it is. But
it ends in Y.
He was in town, and our good friend Ryan came over and we were watching the Met together. We'll talk about that later, but we had a grand old time, and Sydel was on FaceTime with us the whole time, and we were just chatting. So we warmed up for this episode. We're really excited.
He's really excited. He got a haircut even though he's wearing a hat.
The hat's fire.
I didn't.
Shout out Daily Deposit Crew. Ooh.
I'm telling you, dailydepositcrew.com. We got new stuff coming, spring, summer.
Those are some of my favorite workout shirts, by the way. I wear those all the time.
Are you a summer or fall? Cam, are you a summer or fall? What season are you?
What's my favorite?
Yeah, like if you could describe yourself in a season, what would it be?
I feel like I'd be spring. What would you say I am?
I could see spring.
Wait, how did we get to that?
For sure. Because he was talking about when the next drop for DC is. And then I don't know, I just came ADHD,
transition into the,
and so,
beauty of life.
I would say I'm a fall.
Yeah.
What are you? Yeah.
I'm a late summer, early fall. Because
really
I like to
such
be
a Libra.
I like to be tan, I like to, enjoy the sun, enjoy the water. But then I do like those early mornings in the fall with like it's a little brisk, but it's not like, you know what I mean?
Mind you, we live in Arizona and Phoenix.
Yeah, there's no briskness.
I miss
in
the
Arizona.
East Coast.
Where's the brisk?
Yeah.
Please.
I missed the East Coast at times.
Anyways,
Okay.
love that for us. Yay for the season.
So Damion watches like every single one of our episodes. So you already know how this is going to go. You already know the order. We're going to start with our confessionals and I'm going to get us started. I'm actually really embarrassed about this one. So I mooned someone unintentionally. I was getting changed in our facility, and sometimes you think a door shuts behind you, and in actuality, it doesn't. So I was just changing with a door completely open. And the reason why I know, my back was to the door, so I couldn't see, obviously. Like, I feel like in locker rooms as a woman, listen, hear me out. In locker rooms as a woman, you kind of change with your chest towards the wall. So you're just like, not showing the whole world your front side. So I was, I was facing away from the door, and all of a sudden I hear a man go, "Huh?"
Oh my God.
So I turn around and there's no one there. I think he like jogged off, but I literally mooned a random person, and I don't know who it is. They probably work in the facility that we practice in. It's okay. But now I just make sure anytime I walk into the locker room, the door is shut behind me.
I mean, there's worse people to be mooned by, so.
The flattest moon there ever was.
That's the other thing.
Is that a waning crescent?
The waxing or waning? I don't know. One of those.
Both.
Both of them.
Our kid Daxon's really into moons, and so that's all. Like, we have to look at the weather channel or the weather app on our phones every morning and like show him what kind of moon it's going to be. So we know a lot about waxing, waning, full.
I know. I was like, how do you know that? I remember that from like second grade. He's way more. He's ahead of me in the moon knowledge. That's awesome.
I actually remember learning moons in middle school because I had a really hot science teacher.
Oh,
in like
watch out,
7th
Damion.
grade. And he was
I know.
Mr. Ross.
Damn
I hope
shame.
he doesn't listen. I mean,
Mr. Ross.
I see him when I go back to
Sorry, brother.
No way.
visit home.
I mean, Moon's planet's cool, but I'm more of like a weather guy. I think that's where it kind of. So, fun fact, I guess we'll get to what we need to. When I was 5, I was in kindergarten. Yeah, right. That's the right age. I wrote down what I wanted to be when I get older, and I wanted to be a weatherman.
Why?
I didn't know that half of the time. Why? I don't. I mean, I think because I just like weather. I just like the change of the seasons.
He likes briskness.
You know, you go from the brisk
That's what he
mornings. But yeah, I wanted to be a weatherman, not knowing that being a weatherman really means that you can just be a liar, because you don't really have to know.
Wow.
What the.
You just insulted all of the weather channel.
Why did that just get me so bad? I thought he was going to say you have to wake up early.
Okay.
But
yeah. Or you get your wind smacked across your face when you're standing in the middle of a hurricane or something.
No,
not a liar.
Well, it's like you're just making a lot of educated guesses.
That's not a liar, though.
Okay.
That's making
All right,
an
you're a
educated
guesser.
guess.
Better?
Sure.
yeah,
Like,
the
is it
fact that
giving
you
Bill
remembered
Nye?
his name, like that's impressive.
Yeah, what's up with that? What's his first name?
What is his first name? I'm pretty sure we follow. We're friends on.
It's Rick.
Facebook.
Rick Ross.
Oh.
When I was in middle school, I loved Bill Nye so much. I would buy episodes for plane rides and download them on. That's how much of a fucking nerd I am. And also, I watch nature documentaries 24/7 now. That's like the only thing I watch.
Nature docs.
Thank you.
Have you seen the one on Peacock, The Americas?
No, will you text me that? You guys need to watch The Queens. You would like that. It's about the matriarchs of all like animals, like the mom.
I don't like animal.
You don't like animals?
Take that
I
back.
don't like animal.
Why'd you
No,
say
I
it
love
like that?
animals.
I don't like animals.
I love animals. I don't like animal documentaries.
No, but they all don't.
You've known
die.
that from the moment you met
But
me.
they all
don't even try.
Die. It's like they don't die, and not all weathermen are liars. So it's like,
But there's a better chance.
A
If
weatherman's
a weather
a
wants to
liar?
lie to me, fine. But if I have to watch a little, I don't know, what's one of the smallest little creatures in
A
the
shrew.
in the rain? A shrew get mauled by a fucking
Leopard.
no, lions don't
give
eat
me
that.
give me another animal.
Leopard.
Help me.
They don't eat that.
A leopard?
Leopards don't
I'm
eat
gonna
that.
cry. It's not fair.
They're allergic to shrews.
Okay, moving on. We apologize to all the meteorologists out there.
No, this is so. I'm like
mean it.
needed this today. This is like my
This is
eyes
just me
on my face hurts from laughing so hard already.
All right.
Oh yeah, confessionals.
All right. My confessional this week is Damion and I. It's both of our. Well, it's not both of ours, but I'm adding you into it. Damion and I got mollywopped in a cornhole competition. Did you win?
I mean, I lost better than you did.
Whatever. I'm pregnant. I could use that excuse for the next 3 weeks. All right. I'm pregnant.
That's an advantage.
We got asked to compete in like a professional celebrity cornhole competition for charity last week, and we each got teamed up with a professional cornholer, which it's like serious. Like
cornhole's hard.
It is hard, and especially hard when you're sober and you're used to like playing drunk. Like usually,
oh yeah, when you're drunk, you're a little bit free. You got some free flowing movement.
You can lock in better.
But like, who plays cornhole just like not at like a gathering, like a cookout, or no one just randomly like picks up sandbags and like just plays like.
Yeah,
randomly.
There's got to be a couple beers in the system for me to.
Yeah, so I lost bad. Like me and my pro didn't even get a number on the board.
Your pro probably hated you. No, I'm joking.
Well, okay. This is the thing, though. He's the pro, right? So essentially, it's a pro going against a pro and a celebrity going against a celebrity who doesn't play cornhole. His job was to at least get us on the board.
Yeah, that's his fault.
Like cover my ass.
No, I agree.
But he was really nice. Like really nice. He's a really good cornhole player. Like I watched his film on YouTube. Like before we went, I was like, I need to know
dedicated
who I'm like teaming up against. So I like YouTubed him, and he's really good, but maybe he just wasn't on his A game that day. But he bought some Currys. He's wearing Curry brand shoes.
Oh, no way.
Nice guy. Nice guy. It wasn't our day.
Appeal to the masses.
But I got to meet Satu.
Oh, she's the sweetest.
She was there. Oh my gosh. We were like warming up together, and she was so nice. Like I'm a big fan of her. And then Kalia Cooper was there. Why can't I not say
Kalia Copper.
Copper. Oh my God. Yeah. What is wrong with me?
Kaku.
Right.
Yeah.
KFC.
They were both
just call it KFC.
Okay.
KFC?
Is she from Kentucky?
No, but that's what they call her in Phoenix, because it's Kalia Copper.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Snap.
Well, shout out to both of them. Because I think they made it to the... Kalia made it to the...
Satu.
Or Satu made it to like the semifinals.
She did? Oh, that's tough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because they played against each other in the first round. And Satu beat Ka. But
they would put them against
really
each other? That's hilarious. Oh, my God.
Well, that's what I thought. They would put me and Damion against each other for the first round. Because we wanted to play against each other. Yeah. But they didn't do that. But they got to play each other.
What round did you lose, Damion?
I was the first overall game, and I lost in the first overall game.
So who's the biggest loser? Because he lost the first game and was the first one out.
Well, it's kind of like, like we had the first, like, when you play AAU, right? And they got the games on Saturday morning. It's the 9 a.m. game, the 10 a.m. game, the 11 and the 12, right? To see who wins and advances. I was the 9 a.m. game. So my warm-up time, my mental preparation wasn't fully there.
Just sounds like an excuse.
Sydel had time to scout.
I was watching you.
Oh, thanks. Sydel could have had time to scout and work on her game. So I'm going to take full responsibility because my guy also was playing all day. Even when we first got there, it was at like 7-ish. And we were supposed to all meet up with everyone. And my guy didn't meet up with us till 7:30 because he was locked in. He was on the like semifinal stuff. So now he's competing for the championship on Sunday. So what I really feel like happened is my guy was on airplane mode, and I'm blaming him. But that's my guy. So it's not my fault. It can't be my fault.
So, but would you say he's the best? Because when we were there and I was like, where's Damien's pro? Asked my pro where Damien's pro was. And he was like, who's his pro? And I was like, oh, I think his name's like Ruben. And he was like, oh, he's good. He's really good. And I'm like, okay.
So they get it in the hole every time.
That's your competition. Huh?
No, he definitely did that. I'm not going to repeat what you said, but yeah, he did that.
Oh, put it in the hole every time? Wow.
But it was for the other people.
But I actually really want to know who is the best cornhole player. So who puts it in the hole? Hey, Joe, let's ask Perplexity. Perplexity bestie, who's the best cornhole player in the world? Who puts it in the hole the most?
God. ASAP Rocky.
Facts. We'll get there.
Guilty.
Dude doesn't want.
Damion Lee. Both of you.
Watch your mouth. All right?
Okay, so according to Perplexity, the best cornhole player in the world is Mark Richards, who secured the #1 spot by winning the pro singles title in Detroit. Shout out to Mark Richards. Thank you, Perplexity.
Mark. Man, Mark, you a good
You
dude.
should have been my pro.
Damn.
Shout out to my pro though.
He had a bye week. Yeah, I know.
Shout out to my
Damn.
pro though.
Hey,
Great
shout
guy.
out to my
Great
pro
guy.
Jay. You
Great
was locked in, Jay. You was probably just on autopilot. I feel you. Damion Lee, my confession is actually not really it's kind of a confession, but it's more like a grinds my gears.
That's fine. Same thing.
That's a confession?
Yeah.
All right, just making sure. Mine is when, and I see it all the time, everywhere I go. Mind you, did we not just come out of a pandemic 5 years ago? But people be sneezing full on into their hand and then go on about their day like, yo, that shit is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, how do you, like, where were you raised? On a barn? Like, what, like, sorry, I can't. Where were you raised? Like, in the jungle? Like, how do you just think to just sneeze in your hand? That shit nasty.
I'm looking the way I'm looking because I hear this every week. This is like a weekly thing.
He's a germaphobe. You're
day.
a germaphobe.
Yeah, to an extent. Yeah. I just like my hands clean. I like keep some sandy on me. I like to take showers.
Hold up.
You know,
I like general hygiene.
He just said I keep some
like to brush
sandy
my
on
teeth.
me.
I keep the
Where do you keep your what's the hand sanitizer? Do you use Bath and Body Works?
the Purell.
Okay.
Purell, the green one. But the thing is, it's not green. It looks green, but the case is clear, but the little back paper wrapping on the back of it is green.
Is that really what it is?
Yes, it's not green.
Did you know that?
Unless if it's filled with aloe vera, then it could be green.
Did you know that, Cam?
No, but I'm just this.
I did not know that. Do you remember during the height of the panty, they started
Panty?
running
Wow.
out of
The demi?
That's what we got. In the height of the panorama, they started running out of hand sanitizer, and so it started smelling in like pure tequila. Do you remember like the tequila hand sanitizer?
Oh yeah, that's what my freshman year smelled like because of. No, hear me out. Freshman year of college was height of the panorama, and
panorama.
Either we were just anytime you were subbed out of a game, you had to smother yourself with hand sanitizer, or we were just drinking on the weekends a ton because we were isolated and depressed.
Freshman year, sponsored by tequila, both in your system and on your hands.
Hello.
In your blood and on your Hello. Okay.
Oh man, thank God we survived that.
Yeah.
And we're through it.
That was a good one, Damion. That was simple, to the point.
Thanks. I got another one.
Oh, let's hear it, because that was kind of quick.
It's another grind my gears thing. It's confessional.
That really grinds my
walk
gears.
past people, it just grinds them. Like I just, ooh, okay. Especially like when you're getting off a plane or like you get out your car, like basically, we're all vertically tall people. We're not vertically challenged. And like when you just stand up and then people just stare at you and like don't say a word, but just stare at you throughout. It's like, hello? Like I'm not an avatar. Like just because, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, but kind of to the average person,
You are tall.
we live in a very we all three live in a very altered universe compared to like the average American.
okay, you know what?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about this. I want to bring up something else as well. Fuck it, we're here. Has anyone seen the show Paradise? I mean, we've seen it. We're watching it together.
No, you told me to watch it though. I need to watch it.
Yeah, you got to watch it.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's kind of like an altered universe.
Wait, how did we get to
What's your
this?
point?
How did we get to an
what's your
altered
point?
universe? Because you said we live in a different universe.
Because about like
we're
people
tall.
staring
Oh, yeah,
at you
yeah,
because
yeah,
you're- when you're tall. And I was just trying to bring some empathy to these people who it is annoying to stay like when people stare at you. Like
They've never seen a
we
black
talk
guy
about this-
before. Maybe it's that.
Ah!
you know what? That's actually true. I went to college and a lot of like not a lot of people, but I knew people who were like, I'd never seen black people before I came to
No,
college.
that is
Mind you,
actually
I went-
insane. I can't believe that.
No, it's true.
I can't believe that.
Like they don't have TV. There's black people
Like
on
in
TV.
person,
Oh,
maybe.
Whenever I'm in Asia,
people
like
come from
traveling, they're like,
towns.
whoa. I'm like, you never seen a white girl
Yeah.
before? Probably.
Yeah. Wow.
I've never been on
But
live
that's what I'm
television.
saying.
Wow.
I've never been on live television before.
Apparently.
Thank you for knowing the reference. Thank you.
That's funny.
I get stares everywhere too,
Was
so
there
I
any
get that.
tie back? That's what I'm saying. Like, well, what was your tie back to Paradise?
Oh, you said altered universe.
Yeah.
So it made me think altered universe. Sorry.
Okay. I was just giving empathy to the people that stare, even though we talk about it a lot. People staring is really annoying. We are who we are. Like, you can't help being 6'5". I think I added an inch.
I think
to
I'm
it every
taller
time
than
we talk about
Damion. I'm definitely taller
Hey,
than you.
Pew pew
I was wearing
pew pew.
Chucks.
Shots fired.
so my feet were just low to the ground.
No, you.
What was she wearing? Was she barefoot?
She was standing on the first step. I was on the second. Duh, what are you talking about?
I need to list myself
Anyways.
at 6'5". I'm doing myself
6'6".
6'6".
6'6". Because you play in shoes, right?
Yep.
Is
Yeah,
that
like
like
barefoot.
is that the normal thing to do? Like, does everyone heighten themselves in shoes when they put their
Men
height on
do.
the
Side
roster?
eye.
Some men for the pre-draft men. They are men.
No, they're little
Some men
boys.
during the pre-draft. Yeah, I was gonna say boys.
Some children.
Some kids. They've like I've heard of people put heel lifts in when they wear their shoes to get measured at the combine. Guys putting like toilet paper and like a little roll, like folding it up, putting it in so you're elevated a little bit.
Toilet paper.
That's like girls stuffing their bras. Like,
Thank you. And why don't they get made fun of for that?
No, people do.
Oh,
I mean, it just doesn't come out, but yeah, they get clowned on.
okay.
But yeah, that's my confession.
how do you know that? Have you
As we
done that?
wrap it up. No, I haven't. I'm pretty comfortable with my height. I
Period.
feel like I'm
How tall are you?
I am 6'5", no shoes, no nothing, wingspan 6'10" and 3/4.
My wingspan's 6'8".
Damn. Hello. So maybe you are 6'6".
I feel like I should have a longer wingspan. We're the same height. We're getting way
I
sidetracked.
don't know.
Are you ready?
No, we're not. This is perfect. This is about people staring. So they stare at your arms too.
Not really. Okay. Anyways,
And
let's move on. Perplexity is an AI-powered answer engine that searches the internet in real time to give you fast, high-quality answers with sources. Unlike legacy search engines that respond with a long list of links that will take you forever to find the answer, Perplexity skips straight to the answer you need. And Perplexity explains your results in an everyday language that's easy to understand with sources and citation. If you ever need to look up the rules of cornhole or see who is playing the NBA tonight, Perplexity has your answer. You don't want to leave your Perplexity bestie behind. Discover fast and reliable search with Perplexity today. Download the app or ask Perplexity anything at perplexity.ai.
Straight to Cam is presented by PrizePicks. The basketball playoffs are here and the action is heating up on PrizePicks, the best place to cash in on your favorite sports.
One of my favorite things about PrizePicks is that the app is really easy to use. To create a lineup, all you have to do is pick more or less on 3 or more player stats for your shot to win up to 2,000 times your money.
PrizePicks also offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday. Each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value for your lineups.
Turn your playoff hot takes into tickets to basketball's championship series. Starting with the play-in round, every lineup you make on Prize Picks will enter you into Takes 2 ticket sweepstakes, which could get you and a +1 on a VIP trip to the Ship. For my picks today, I'm going with Jimmy Butler, more than 24.5 points, and Jalen Brunson for more than 6.5 free throws attempted, and Jason Tatum for more than 27.5 points.
Download the app today and use code CAM to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAM to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Okay, you're our second episode with a family member, and the previous one was our moms. They gave their advice, or I guess reactions to the show on their episode. So we're curious of your thoughts, your reactions. I know you're a loyal watcher / listener. So you have any advice for us? You like to watch.
Yes, he likes to watch.
I'm a watcher. I'll go on YouTube. I'll have it on in the car or on the planes. My reactions, I love it. It's great. What's interesting to me is that even when I first would see like the beginning clips or the first couple episodes, like I would watch them and I would tell some of my teammates about them as well, coaches, friends, and all this stuff. And probably 2 weeks after that, everyone started like coming up to me and being like, yo, the clips are amazing. The show's doing great. Sydel and Cam are killing it. And then like the feed, like all the clips and stuff would start showing up on their feeds as well. So I don't know if that's because of me talking it or Big Brother just always watching and, tapping everything together. But I love it. And my friends and people and shit that watch it are all big fans.
People and shit. Thank you to the people and shit.
Yeah. Shout out to the people and shit.
Hell yeah. People and shit. Oh, I had too much caffeine before this episode. Can you tell I'm like wired? But
are you bugging out?
I'm actually bugging out. Everything is so funny.
Excited?
It's not even. I've been like tearing up this whole time. Seeing you both just like right next to each other is sending me. I don't know why. I was just. Okay. Wait, so people actually, you'll go around and tell your teammates about the show? That's so sweet. Ben does not do that.
oh yeah, damn. Come on, Ben.
I know.
What are you doing? You gotta promote from
Does Ben work from home?
He does, but he has to go and, yeah. I can't talk much about.
So who's he gonna tell Olive? Like, hey, go watch your
To his engineering buddies. Yeah, no, these guys would be like, these girls are stupid as hell. Yeah. Yeah. He is engineer.
No, everyone likes
friends.
it. They all enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's great.
No, he's true. Like, obviously the season is over now for the Suns, but whenever I would go into the games and stuff, like the families would stop and be like, "Oh my gosh, like you guys are so funny," or "You like we love the show, whatever."
Yes, we're funny.
And I didn't say anything.
We're like, so funny.
Jokes.
Yeah, like I don't. When I go into the games, I usually have my kids with me, so I don't really have a lot of time to like socialize with people because the kids are just everywhere. So I'm pretty sure that it's him who's going to tell his colleagues, the guys in the team, coaches, whatever, and they're going back to tell their significant others, and then yeah. So yeah, he's telling the truth.
Good job.
Good bump.
Thank you. Good bump.
Thank you for the free promotion.
That's the least I could do.
Side note on Good Bump, a male practice player said that to me the other day, and I guess people do actually use it. So that's like the first time I've heard it in the real world. Yeah, he said that. So I was like, yeah, I know what that means.
See? Look at you guys, culturally relevant.
Yes.
Relevant.
Mm-hmm. Another question. Did you take Sidel's advice on the DoorDash? Do you remember that clip?
For those listening, we're gonna play the DoorDash moment back. Actually, I want to give him some advice because maybe he can do things to help me out. I'm like, send me food when I say I'm hungry. Just like, hey, there's food at the door.
I wish Ben would do that.
Are
too.
you kidding me?
Yeah,
I would bust it wide open. If he just sent me food to the door, like that's how easy it is. I mean, clearly there's no issues with that.
Woo.
I did a couple times.
No, he's asked. Like he's definitely. I'm difficult because right now because the pregnancy. First of all, calm down.
Not difficult.
Calm down.
It's just food.
I don't know what I want. Like, so he's asked me multiple times, like, do you want me to DoorDash you something? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know what I want, so don't worry about it. But he has.
And
asked.
last night I made dinner.
He did.
Yay. What'd you make?
I made some baked chicken wings.
Yeah.
They were fire.
Lemon pepper?
Yeah, good lemon pepper staples.
My mom uses your wing recipe. She does. She uses the...
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Well, if y'all want it, I might, do a little subscription. What they do with subscription? OnlyFans. I might make an OnlyFans just for cooking food.
What? Okay.
Oh,
No. People put food content on OnlyFans?
They do.
They do,
Is that what the lie
actually?
they tell? That's the lie that they tell.
Wait.
All right, we could cut that.
Why do you have an OnlyFans? I upload food content.
I've been
What
putting
do you
food on
mean?
there. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, appreciate it.
Fellatio.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to think of F words that are like.
Did you just say fellatio?
Food and that's what she said. I was trying to think of like F words that were like
People
with
use
sexual-
OnlyFans for non-sexual things?
No, I don't have an OnlyFans, but I did hear that people do. People put like people have. Sorry, now I'm getting on a tangent. I know about it because yes, you can put anything on. I've heard of people put golf lessons on there. People put cooking recipes on there. People do also fashion. Some designers they
also put
different-
that stuff on YouTube. So, Cameron, if you saw that, and if it's I don't know if it's app or a web browser, but if you saw that Ben had the app, if it's an app, how would you feel about that?
This is what I would do. I know what I would do to him. I would cook him a nice meal. I would like pretend like we're having a nice date night. And then I would put a screenshot down on the table and smack him. Something like that. I don't know.
Because I'm not going to think like, oh, he's looking at golf content on here.
No, and then I'd go stay
What?
with my best friend and leave him. That's what I would do. I would be so
You
pissed.
leave him for having an OnlyFans?
Well, I don't know if I'd break up with him, but I would definitely go. He wouldn't get any special treatment or anything that night. I would trick him into that, and they'd be like, "Fucker." You know what I mean?
Because this is my thing with the stereotype of what I know about OnlyFans, not with the new info that I've just found out that you can put other content. However,
This is what I've heard.
However, this is my thing. There are so many avenues if you're going to OnlyFans for like schnornography. I don't know if we can say the word.
Corn.
But if we're going to OnlyFans to look at
Corn.
certain things, like cornography, you can get it free so many other places. But now you're paying to see to like see specific people.
Yeah.
You're cheating on me.
That's why I would be so upset about
I
it.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I agree.
You could have given me those
You
$6.
could have given me the money that you exactly. Or you could have just went on YouTube and saw the golf lessons.
Thank you.
That's what I say.
To even the playing field, Damion, what advice would you give Deli?
What advice?
Look at her face.
I would say waking up first thing in the morning, taking our son to school, me doing this, me waking up first thing in the morning, taking our son to school, and then Sydel saying, "Hey, I booked you a tea time."
You have got to be kidding me. This could not be real.
He's dying.
No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. I don't know. I mean, I really think I don't ask for much.
There's got to be something besides the tea time.
But like
what you would consider considerate if on any day, like an easy thing to do that you would consider to be considerate that I don't do, or unless you're saying I'm like already a considerate person, that's fine too.
Don't blink too hard. I don't know. I mean, you cool.
Gosh.
I don't really ask for much, so I can't. You know what I'm saying? What's considerate? Actually, you know what? You coming to the golf course with me, I think that's very considerate of you.
I do that.
I know. So I like when you do that.
Okay.
When you come hang out with me, we spend 4 hours together, or you just like support me and shit. like in anything I'm doing. I think that's very considerate, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that you do that type shit, gang.
Type shit. So I'm pretty much perfect.
No, you're not perfect, but
he's honestly just treading lightly because I'm 37 weeks pregnant with his third baby.
Mm-hmm.
there's only so little.
Do you get another little push present? What's your...
No.
That was fast.
She said she didn't want one.
Yes, I do.
You said no. I asked you.
What do you always get me?
Oh, yeah.
A necklace?
What is it?
A necklace with our child's name on it. I thought she was saying like something else.
No, I don't need anything else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
However,
push present? Yes.
However, depending on when the baby comes, it'll be 3 or 4 weeks after having the baby. He is going to Ireland on a week golf trip with my dad and my brothers for my dad's birthday.
Which is my push present, come to find out.
What?
You don't get a push present.
What do you get a present for?
I don't know. I'm saying like this is...
Anyways, so everyone's saying that I am owed something big because I'm allowing him to go out of the country to Ireland on like a golfer's dream trip when I'm basically still bleeding.
I think she needs a car.
That with what you will.
Car.
I got a car though. I just got a car and I love it. I gotta want.
Yeah, you do like your car. Never mind. A fat yellow diamond ring.
I don't know. Yellow? She doesn't... That's not her favorite color.
He just bought me a Birkin. I mean, not a Birkin, a Kelly.
Buy her a Birkin then. Gosh, Damion.
I don't need another Birkin. I barely wear the ones that I have.
She's got 20, guys. She's got a lot of Birkins.
I don't know. So if he comes back with something cool.
Who knows? Maybe I'll come back from Ireland with something.
Ooh. A nice big fat beer would be cool too.
A leprechaun.
Guinness doesn't travel well. But we'll do it.
So a few weeks ago, I get asked this all the time, but a few weeks ago, I answered it on the pod about who I root for when you're playing against my brothers. And I said you, obviously, because we root for the team who pays you.
Oh, yeah.
We want you to win, like the team you're on to win.
Yes.
Because they pay you.
Yes.
And we're extremely grateful for a job.
The opportunity.
An opportunity.
Yes.
But I also said that like whoever you're playing, like whichever brother you're playing, I want them to have 50 points, but for whatever team you're on to win.
Yeah. You don't want me to have 50?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Damn, I'm not saying.
Of course. I want you to have honestly.
A slight 50.
You'd rather me get 50?
I'd rather everyone get 50 and win.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about 15?
If you win.
Okay.
Sure. You have been Stefan's teammate specifically. And you've also competed against him, but I want to know, how do you separate when you're playing the game? Like how do you separate the game from family?
Ooh, that's interesting. I mean, it's like anything, right? It's like in between, the 48 minutes that the game's going on, you're locked in and you're competitive and like you want to win the game. But there's always going to be little like jokes or something said or stuff happening on the court. Like, for instance, last game we played the Warriors. It was like the second to last home game before the season ended earlier this year. And Steph didn't have a good game the night before. I think they played Houston at home and he only had like 3 points. So I'm telling like some of the guys on the team, I'm like, hey, like, just be ready. Like he might come out aggressive today. He comes out aggressive and then like, kid's just playing the kid. And the kid's just playing with just like unbelievable joy and just having fun out there. So he's like, whatever, hits a couple threes. And then he has 2 specific shots, one in front of our bench where he shoots it. He turns around. He's looking for me on the bench, like shoots and does the normal, shoot it. The ball's in the air still. Turns around, looks for me, turns around, couldn't find me. It goes in. He's already at half court. He's backpedaling, smiling, pointing at me. Then probably 3 possessions later, he catches it on the block, does like a 1 dribble, little fadeaway shot, and turns back to the bench. Before it goes in, it was like, what's up, D-Lee? And then just runs back down on defense. So like, it's always fun playing against him, but we find different ways to separate it. But when we're both out there on the court, trying to take each other's head off.
You should have flipped him
Safely.
off. You should have just had your middle finger waiting for him to like turn around.
Like, get out of here. Go back to the bay.
Go back to Cannon and Aisha.
And I'll see you in a week.
Right?
See you next week. But no, it's fun though. And then same thing with Seth. Like Seth's personality is different, so he doesn't like talk as much. But even like on the court, when we played a couple years ago, he was guarding me and I got a bucket and then he came down, got another bucket, and then I got to the foul line and he's like, "Come on, D-Lee. I need that. I need that. I need that." So, just like the little games that are played in between, but it's always fun.
Seth's definitely not
it's like normal shit talking.
as vocal though, don't you think?
I feel like he's more vocal on the court than he is off the court.
Really?
Like with Stefan or with Damion when they're on the court together. I feel like I see him talking or smiling at least a lot.
Yeah.
But even in person, like Seth's the kind of guy, like when you make him laugh, you feel like the best person and like the funniest person in the world, Like, or if you get like a reaction out of him, you're like, day made, week made, month made.
When I make him laugh, I'm like, what did I say that was that funny?
Let me write this down.
Write it down.
Just to keep
Write that down. Write that down.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a funny Steph story. I remember when Seth was playing for the Trailblazers, the Warriors were playing them, and my dad and I were sitting courtside for some reason. Like the only time I've sat courtside at an NBA game. Well, that's a lie.
Okay.
But when I was younger. And Steph made a shot, turned around and like just screamed at my dad and I. And I remember like literally just screamed. And then I remember in the paper or something, it was something weird. Like in the news, it was like, Steph Curry yells at random fans. And we were dying because it looks like he's trolling like Portland fans, but we were there supporting obviously Seth and Steph. But I just remember he like turned around and just like, he like put his arms behind him. It honestly looked like Cannon. When Cannon like yells, he like sticks.
Yeah.
That's literally what he did.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
That's hilarious.
Speaking of Seth, Stella has talked about her experience dating with overprotective brothers on the show. And she said Seth didn't even follow you on Instagram until the wedding day, until the ceremony was over. This is
true.
That is like my favorite story.
I think, or that was a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get in the car after the ceremony, heading to the reception, and I just went, typical, you go on Instagram, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And literally the first, I go on Instagram and I swipe down and it says 7 seconds ago, S.Curry has followed you. And I was like, yo, it's lit. And Sydel was very excited about that.
I didn't even know he didn't follow him until that point, but
yeah, I had no idea either, but I was excited that it happened.
Yeah, you had to be legally married to her for him to follow you. That's the most Seth thing ever. I wonder if he follows Ben. I should check. I'm a spring girl, but summer is upon us. And I, for one, am so excited. I know we're in sunny Los Angeles, but those summer nights hit different, especially on Wayfair's outdoor sofas.
I know exactly what Wayfair set you're talking about. Wayfair is my favorite place to shop for outdoor furniture. There's a huge selection with some pretty unbeatable prices.
Right? I am obsessed with this outdoor wicker set right now for my patio. Me and the girls love to sit by the fire and sip on our little drinks and yap all night long. The wicker chairs make me feel like I'm on a tropical vacation, but it's really a Wednesday night in LA.
I needed a new outdoor patio dining set to enjoy some dinners by the pool before the baby gets here, and Wayfair came in clutch with that fast and free delivery. And let me just say, it looks so good in the backyard right now.
Wait, maybe I need a patio dining set. I was so surprised to see you can buy furniture sets that include fire pits on Wayfair. Good thing summer is just beginning. I still have time to decorate my space.
If you want to know where I'll be after we wrap this episode, I will be outside laying in my new Chase Lounge.
Shop a huge selection of outdoor furniture online. This summer, get outside with Wayfair. Head to wayfair.com right now. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair. Every style, every home. I'm so excited to share that this episode of Straight to Cam is brought to you by McDonald's all new McCrispy Strips.
I am so happy the new McCrispy strips are here. I am a huge sauce girl, and these are the chicken strips for dipping. I'm a huge barbecue and honey mustard girl.
Oh, girl, you need to try the creamy chili McCrispy strip dip. I just tried it and OMG. It's the perfect savory and sweet sauce with a little bit of heat. Oh, I'm obsessed.
Okay, now I must try it. The McCrispy strips are just so tender and crispy with a little golden peppery bread coating. They can really work with any sauce.
Are you dipping after every bite? Because personally, I need sauce with every bite.
Oh, absolutely. I am a huge supporter of the double and triple and even quadruple dipping.
All this talk has got me hungry. I can't wait to grab a Diet Coke and my McCrispy strips after this episode. And you know I got the sauces. New McCrispy strips with a new creamy chili McCrispy strip dip. It's chicken made for dipping, only at McDonald's. Y'all have been together for so long. What year is this? 7?
Married going into 7.
Wow.
Dating
Going into 9.
together 9.
I want to know, Damion, how you locked down the prize. The queen.
Oh, man, it was tough. I had to, it was...
While he gets his thoughts together, I would like to set the record
It was
straight.
100 men versus a gorilla.
Wait, are you calling me a gorilla?
No, not you. Whoever defeated the gorilla got you.
Okay.
Like King Kong.
I want to set the record straight. Everyone thinks that the narrative around our relationship is that Damion Lee bagged his teammate's sister.
While he was on the team, he bagged her.
No, like Damion and I were together way before he joined the Warriors.
Yeah. Way before.
Way before. Like we got together in 2016. Damion was on the main Red Claws for like 2 months.
The Red Claws.
And then you tore your ACL.
Red Claws.
The Red Claws with Joe Mazzulla.
Yep.
Who was like a volunteer coach.
Yep. He was my player development
coach.
guy.
Anyways, on the Red Claws for 2 months.
Shout out Joe.
Then you had a year of rehab.
Yes.
And then you went to the Warriors, Santa Cruz Warriors.
Yeah.
Sorry,
also,
shout
out to the Boston Celtics and Maine Red Claws because they traded me from Maine to Santa Cruz so I could finish my rehab, knowing that me and Sydel were in a relationship together and that I'd be able to go out there and work out.
Because I was living in the Bay.
Really sweet.
Yeah. Good people over there in Boston.
Yeah. And then he got called up.
The end of that
season after we had gotten engaged at that point to Atlanta.
Yep.
So way before he was actually Stefan's teammate, we were engaged before then. Record straight. Anyways.
I remember you guys being on the phone all the time. That's like your thing.
Yeah. That was back before FaceTime got... No, sorry.
It was FaceTime.
I meant to say. That was back when like FaceTime was like becoming more and more of a thing.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I don't like
Tell me about the
FaceTime.
first time.
I hate FaceTime. It makes...
It's better than Skype. R.I.P. Skype.
Like,
where did that thought form? It's a mystery. The mind of D. Lee is a mystery.
There's a lot going on.
I use Skype though, and that's how I talk to my crushes in the 3rd grade. In the Netherlands.
Sure. 3rd grade? How old am I? I had Skype when I was in college.
You're almost 10 years older.
Yeah.
Than 9 years older than her.
Yeah, you're old.
Sheesh.
Did we talk about this? Uvu? Did you do Uvu?
Oh, Uvu was like scarring, no? I feel like I saw like genitalia on that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like black and orange.
That was it Chat Roulette? Was the one that was like really, was it called, I think it was called Chat Roulette, where you would just like go on and just meet up with random people.
I thought mine started, like the one that we used started with like an O.
Omegle.
That was
That's
the one
what it was.
That's where I saw some weird shit.
Omegle.
Also Tumblr when I was younger. I saw a lot of genitalia on Tumblr. And I was just trying to have a fucking cute Tumblr board. They were like GIFs.
Now we're getting to the gritty. Because then
you brought up Skype. It's your fault.
Yeah. Facts.
Well, Facebook. if we're going like backwards, like Facebook and then MySpace. And then it was like Skonex and like Black Planet and like all these other. I don't know. MySpace was it though.
MySpace was it. MySpace was
because if you was on, and honestly, whoever was a part of MySpace, we were all coding.
Yeah, for sure. We were like.
Me and Sydel talk about that. We were all coding, learning how to put songs Java? On your page, your wallpaper, your background.
The Java.
What's that?
JavaScript?
It was like an engineer joke. Yeah.
Oh.
Because I'm so smart.
Sorry.
Wait, but you said you don't like FaceTime.
Wait, what? Say that again.
You said you don't like FaceTime, but when I guess you guys you weren't long distance. So did y'all ever use FaceTime like early on in your relationship a lot? Because we were long distance. That's why we FaceTimed a lot.
I mean, yeah, we did FaceTime a lot. I think when you're like everything shiny and new with someone, it's easy to FaceTime them. But like now, like it's anybody. I'm like, I do not want to be on FaceTime with you for longer than 2 minutes. I want to like get away from me. I don't like being on the phone. I don't like something about responding to texts. I have like a visceral reaction.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. Sidel's just as bad as me. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I'm lucky that I'm in Sidel's pin text.
I know he's not talking because he literally has over 2,000 unread text messages.
Yeah, you can't. Pot.
Black. Oh, kettle.
Oh my god, my laugh was so ugly. Pot and black. Okay. Technically, a kettle could be black.
But it's like the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah,
that's.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, how long have we been together? It's been
okay. So, you give the rundown. Gosh, I really love how our dating history.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say our dynamic
because I know I do because a lot of the times before I knew this story, I was like he was pining for me, like, and he always was like, no, I wasn't. Yes, you were
pining. I don't know what that means.
Pining,
like waiting. Like
I was queued up, like I was in the wait.
Yeah, like you were just like waiting for your moment.
I thought you guys weren't friends at first, though.
People.
I thought you guys were just straight.
No, I'm gonna try to do this quickly,
please.
Even though you'll go into whatever.
No, I'm not.
You need to.
Okay, I will.
I remember like getting a follow a request from him on Instagram.
He was private.
Or like yeah, probably in college, yeah. And I remember like looking at his profile and talking to my two best friends, Danielle and Chanel, and being like, "Is he cute? Like, I can't tell. Like,
womp womp.
He's cute, but like, I really like, I don't know." And then I just kept on with my life, right? Because I think I was dating someone at the time, so maybe that's why I couldn't decide if he was cute or not, because I wasn't really interested in like anyone else at the time. And so we were just like mutual friends. He was at were you at Drexel when you followed me? Yes, because I was on the page unattractive. I was on the page attractive athletes, and you DM'd that to me and you were like, "Oh, I see you." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Like,
weak slide into the DM.
Hey. Throw the lob up.
And it was missed.
And
I was
okay,
like,
I see you.
I was like, "Hey, great."
Okay, bye.
And then what I didn't know though was that he already knew. He'd already seen me before a few years prior. Because when I was in high school, Seth was playing at Duke, and it was the NCAA tournament, March Madness, in Philadelphia, and it was
where Drexel's located.
Where Drexel's at.
I didn't know
and
that.
Apparently, I don't remember this. Apparently,
I
was sitting in the stands. He was walking up the stands, and apparently, we made eye contact.
Oh,
which I believe it, because I used to do that all the time. Like if I saw a cute guy and he was looking at me and like we made eye contact, like I'm gonna keep staring at you. I may never see you again ever in my life, but like I for sure did that a ton.
That's confirmation that she thinks I was cute
Sure.
after she asked the question.
I hope
But
she thinks you're
I was
cute.
dating,
You have 3
I
children
was dating
together
someone
now.
at the time. You know, when you're dating
Very
someone,
true,
you
very
don't
true.
like really have eyes for anyone else. You're not
Yes.
supposed to, at least if you're really into that person. So I just was like, whatever. So that's why I say he was pining for me, because that was in 2013. We went on our first date in 2016.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Correct.
I actually didn't really fully understand the timeline. What was the first date like
Yeah.
in
Um.
2016?
Oh, that was so we were going to we were in so I was in. I'll give you my recap. So I finished my year at Drexel 14-15. Did my last year at Louisville 15-16. We didn't make the NCAA tournament because we had a postseason ban. Some nonsense that happened before I was there. And then I went out to the Bay and I was doing rehab. I mean, not rehab. I was doing
Pre-draft.
pre-draft workouts out there. Damn, been injured so much. Talking about rehab and shit. Damn. I was doing pre-draft workouts out there. So, I hit her up and was like, hey, like, I know you'll be out here. We talked for a little bit. That was like over like Snapchat.
It was Snapchat era.
Once again.
And I was
So-
single, and I was like, I'm going to live my best single life. I don't want to date anyone, because I had dated people pretty much the whole time in college.
Yep.
Like, I'm going to be single. I'm going to be like flirty with whoever I want, posting my Snapchat thirst traps, and we would talk a lot on there.
So we would talk a lot on there. And then somehow ended up getting each other's number. But the day that we exchanged numbers or like started talking was the day that Prince died.
Damn.
And literally ever since, that was, which I had to do my Googles. That was April 21st, 2016. Goes to show you how far. So yeah, we basically talked every day since then. But our first date, if I'm not mistaken, it was, so we were going to, Aisha was having it.
No, that
wasn't the test kitchen?
That was the third date. We went on 4 dates in 5 days. The first date was
California,
was movies.
Movies. Oh yeah, when you flex on that.
I didn't flex on her.
I forgot about it. She flexed on it.
I was nervous.
So we went to the movies. What was it? Transform? No.
It was Conjuring. It was like
It was
Ooh, a
okay,
scary movie.
So we went to the movies.
Sonia would not like that.
And she was like, "No, leave him." We
The devil.
damn, his name's Damion.
I rebuke you. Let me stop.
Oh, they're gonna kill us. His name. No, she did. You went.
If you want to tell the story, you're outing yourself that you didn't pay for our first date.
Oh yeah, I didn't pay for our first date. That's how I was trying to word it. I didn't pay for our first date. She did. Holla. Shout out Sydel. Give a damn.
Oh my God. Listen. This is why I think that the whole
because didn't you?
I pay, like, I offered to pay.
Yeah.
Mind you, that's the kind of like when you have the conversation around like dating and who pays for what, especially on like the first date, early dates. I don't really have a lot to say about that, because while in some ways I do think that like women do need to be like princess treatment, like I'm 100% on board with princess treatment. I also understand the journey in which you go through.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I met him, he was undrafted. No, you hadn't even, Jeff hadn't even happened yet. I didn't know first of all, I didn't know anything about your athletic ability.
Yeah.
Like literally knew nothing about if he was good or not. I hadn't seen him play. When I was supposed to see him play when he was at Drexel and came to Elon, I had the flu, so I couldn't go. And I literally had no clue about anything about his basketball ability. Didn't care. And so anyways, not a lot of money happening like with him, which is fine. And my dad was giving me money still at that point. So, and I worked, so I didn't mind paying. And I had boyfriends too that I had to pay for. So I was just used to shelling out money. whatever.
Damn.
I'm a nurturer. Like, I just want to like take care of people.
I'm the same way. I've
me in
been
line.
taught to be generous. Like that's how my parents raised me. Yeah.
And so the beginning of our relationship, he ended up going undrafted, went to the G League, got injured. There wasn't really a lot of money happening. And I was working, and then I started becoming a content creator, which you make good money being a content creator. So I was paying for a lot of things. That was 5 years ago, 4 years when you started making like good money. Anyways,
2020, yeah.
Like it's evolved until now. I say payer of bills because like that's what we've developed into.
Yeah.
Like it's just a process. Like you give and you take, and then eventually, I mean, I've always had the princess treatment because by the way that he treats me, whether it's monetarily or just him as a person, but it's princess treatment can be a lot of things just outside of who's paying for a lot of stuff. So it's kind of been the journey.
I agree.
She a real one for sure.
But anyways,
but so going back to that, the first date, we go to the movie theater, and the lady's like, it's whatever, 13, no, it's like $20 some because it was 2 tickets. So Sydel goes and pulls out a bill, hands it to the lady. She's like,
it was $100 bill.
It was $100 bill. She was like, do you have anything smaller than that? Sydel goes, no.
I didn't.
And it was how she said it. I was like, oh.
Because I wasn't.
She's standing on it. She like, nah, you gonna break this 100 down.
I mean, what do you want me to do? I wasn't. I didn't mean for it to come out. It mean at all. I just didn't have anything smaller than 100. Like,
take the 100.
Am I not going to be able to go to the movies? Because I don't have the right.
So the lady had to go to the next little cashier joint and get change and come back. But
anyways,
it was a good movie. And then, we went on a couple more dates. But the one that really sticks out is we're supposed to be going. Aisha's having a test kitchen, right? Mm-hmm. Michael Mina.
Shout out Michael Mina.
Shout out Michael Mina. So we're out there, and it's supposed to just be me and Sydel. We catch an Uber out there, whatever.
Almost died.
Almost. Yeah, our Uber driver was falling asleep. On the bridge.
Oh Lord.
It was quite scary.
Yeah, it was very scary, but we got there safe. He ended up rolling down the windows to get some good oxygen on his face. But we pull up. It's just supposed to be us two. So we're walking in there.
The test kitchen's really small. There's like 8 tables max.
Maybe even 5. Couldn't even tell you. We walk in there, and there's only 2 seats available right smack in the middle.
Tables. Oh, 2 seats, you're right.
Yeah, 2 seats on opposite sides. So me and Sydel go over there and go to sit down. Who's next to us? Her mom and Aisha's mom. Mind you, this is at like 6 p.m. They were having lunch at 12.
They've been there for a while.
And then
some
we show
wine
up at
was
6.
being had, I'm sure.
Yeah, and then we have dinner with them. So I'm getting the full interrogation, stare down. Oh, you have nice cheekbones right there.
Who said that?
This is our 3rd date. Aisha's mom.
Carol is so funny. She would say that.
Yeah.
They were lit too.
Yeah.
They are fun to have some wine with. That is true. Wait, they did that on purpose. Aisha definitely.
Yes, they did 100%. On purpose.
No, 100%.
Aisha's so funny. She's so funny. People don't realize that is hilarious. I would do the same thing. Protective over my little baby sister-in-law.
For sure.
I would do the same thing.
I'm doing that for my friends.
I've gone on dates
family,
and spied on my friends. I've gone on their dates.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Absolutely. I want all the tea.
Yep.
I don't feel like that. Like, I just be like, man, let me, like, you good? You good?
Because you're a man.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Man.
I saw a video on TikTok today that was this girl was asking her boyfriend, husband, whoever, about the details of 2 of their friends who were engaged, who weren't engaged anymore. They
broke up,
canceled their engagement. Yeah. And she was like, well, what happened? He was like, I don't know. And she goes, well, when did they break? He was like, I don't know. She was like, was there cheating? I don't know. Like, she's like, well, when did he tell you this? I don't know, a couple weeks ago when we were golfing. And she's like, you didn't ask him any questions like about what happened? He was like, no, we were golfing. Like, I'm like, where are the details? Like, I need to know.
You can't just drop
when did
a
it
bomb.
happen? How did it?
Yeah.
You can't just be like they're not together. And they were engaged.
No, that's
to be
crazy.
married.
That's crazy.
What happened? Why are men not asking questions?
I need the details.
We just, hey, are you alive? Yes. Can I hear your voice? Yes. All right. We'll figure it out. Mansplaining.
No,
yeah.
that's not
You know
mansplaining.
what? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Why not?
Okay, last thing on our relationship. You gotta tell them the story about when you asked my dad if you could marry me.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
I don't know if I know
Is
this
a good
one.
So where are we? Oh, we go down to Elon Sydel. It's the year after. Yeah, it's 2017 September
I never got a senior
night.
night because I had a fifth year and ended up getting my fifth concussion going into my fifth year, so I stopped playing.
Forced to retire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Put one up. So yeah, we're there in September. And then she has her senior night, gets the jersey, gets like the name on like the locker rooms, like named after her, all that stuff. And we're in that was
That
after?
was during our wedding.
Oh shit. Damn.
Yeah, I
Time
thought that
flies.
was later.
That was the wedding.
Rewind.
So she has her senior night. We're out to eat, and like Sydel was like by me the whole time that we were down there. So she's like, "You're acting weird. You're acting weird." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm fine." But you know how like women be all like acting like things is not bigger than what they are, but you know.
Go ahead.
Everyone feels and thinks how they do. But she's like, "You're acting weird." So finally she goes to the bathroom. I like speed it. It's like word vomit. I asked her mom and her dad. I'm like, "Hey y'all, I love your daughter, appreciate her. If it's up to you guys, I would just like love to ask for her hand in marriage. Like, would I be, I would love to marry your daughter." And her mom kind of got like a little emotional, but then like Sydel, I was like, "But Sydel's coming back from the bathroom now, so can we like
Hold your tears, Sonia.
yeah, just give me a answer after." And mind you, like Dell's already pretty quiet anyway, so like he kind of like straightened up a little, but then was still like quiet. Sydell's continued asking me like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing." So then like a week later, I call Sonia, and she's like, "Oh hey, yeah, it's perfectly fine. Like, yeah, just waiting to see what Dell has to say, and so just take it from there." I'm like, "All right, cool." Call Dell, no response. Call Dell again, no response. I'm like, "All right, now I'm gonna just wait." It's like 2 weeks go by, so now we're like 3 weeks from me originally asking the question.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm talking to Stephen, and he's like, "Yeah, man, really excited for you guys. To see how everything goes. Like, let me know if you need help with anything, with the ring, with, setting up dinner, all this stuff." I'm like, "All right, cool. But I still need the blessing from your father."
Missing one thing.
Dale has not, like, I haven't heard anything. He was like, "Oh, man, I was just talking to him earlier. Like, you sure he didn't say anything?" I'm like, "No, he didn't." He was like, "Oh yeah, he been told me yes." I was like, "Yeah, well, he didn't tell me. I'm the one that needs to get the ring situated." So yeah, it took 3 weeks. I called him, finally got the yes, but he was like, "Yeah, I thought you knew it was a yes." I'm like, "You don't say more than 5 words in an hour.
That is true.
How am I supposed to know that it was a yes?" But yeah, we got it done.
That is so funny.
Here we are.
Wait, how soon did you get the ring after that? Did you get the ring right after?
Yeah, I was on speed dial. Because Sydel was also working in San Francisco at that time. So I'd like, if I dropped her off at work, then I'd go to the jeweler and try to like piece things together. And it was just all by like memory of like what she said she liked, what she didn't like. I took one of her rings that she had and put it on my pinky finger. And I was like, "Oh, this fits perfect." I'm like, "Oh, that's the size of her ring finger." And then come to find out I was completely wrong. But
I have a little teeny.
You do have
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, Ben
But it worked
was
out,
like,
though,
"What's your
so-
ring size?" I'm like, "I wish you guessed." At least you tried
Rather
that.
it be wrong than let me know what you're doing. Like, we can always fix it.
I still need to
Aim
get
higher.
mine adjusted. I feel like it's not supposed to spin that much, but yeah, it wasn't a surprise. It was how he did it was a surprise. I knew it was coming though.
Yeah. You had no idea.
No.
Surprise, Shawty.
Surprise, shawty.
That's what I would do if I were a man and were proposing to my woman. Sorry.
Surprise.
If I were a man.
I don't know.
I low-key want you to be a man now, just so I can...
Surprise.
I would love that. Would actually be hilarious.
Oh gosh.
Just like, surprise, shawty.
Oh my goodness.
Or I would be like,
Oh my god.
my Shayla.
This segment is presented by Wayfair. Wayfair, every style, every home. And I just want to say that you were the first NBA player on the show, and you inspired this segment that we call Good Bump. So for the people that are new around, can you explain to them what Good Bump is and why we use it?
Wayfair, every style, every home.
I was gonna sing that
That's
too.
what I thought you was gonna do.
Could you see the gears turning? I was thinking about it.
That's what I thought you was gonna hit it with it.
Sorry, this is a
Good
point.
bump. Good bump is just something that's acceptable out there on the court. When you're playing, if it's a good game, good shot, good stop. Anything that as the people say, anything that radiates positivity on the basketball court. The ball has energy. We call that good bump. Music can also be good bump. Like the outfit that y'all wearing today, like that shit good bump. Food for sure can be good bump. Yeah, so just good bump is just that good
Pregnancy.
positive vibes.
Good aura.
Good bump.
Good bump. Good
Yeah.
I
bump.
thought that was
Yeah,
funny. No
yeah,
one heard my
yeah.
joke.
What'd you
I
say?
said pregnancy.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You'll
some.
look back in 3 weeks and be like, yeah, yay.
There's
Hooray.
there's like a total of 6 weeks of pregnancy. That's good bump. When you're not nauseous, so you're not tired,
Yeah, the nausea would really
You're
get
not
me. I hate being nauseous.
hurting. When you don't get hemorrhoids.
Boy,
Hey yo.
it's normal.
What?
It's
It
normal.
is normal. It is normal. Anyways, we are smack dab in the middle of the playoffs, the best time of the year. Could be
For
better
sure.
if you were in the playoffs, but we'll take what we can get.
Yep.
This episode is being filmed before Game 4 of the Warriors, Minnesota Warriors, Wolves. Thank you.
Yep.
Game. You and Ant have played against each other. He's a big name right now.
Yeah.
A lot of eyes on him. A lot of things being said about him. What's been your interactions with him, if you have any?
Yeah. Nah, Ant's funny.
It's great cleanup. What is that clip? I can't stop thinking of that.
Yeah, he's
What was that from?
he's just himself. I don't know how to explain. I mean, he's funny. I remember the first time I met him, he was at Steph's camp. I want to say that was like maybe 2018.
As like a
player.
Was
Yeah,
I
at
there
high
at the same
schooler?
time? Was I at that camp?
That might have been the year
Before.
maybe a year before you. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so met him there. Yeah, because that was going in his senior year of high school.
that's nuts.
Yeah. Now he was super cool then, super cool now. He's funny. He's not afraid to say anything. Fierce competitor. He's funny. Yeah. I can't fully say any of the like other interactions just because it's unsolicited. I know this is
We swear on this podcast.
rated PG.
No, it's not.
Oh, we swear?
Do you remember that video where he's like sitting with a reporter and he was talking about other sports he's played and he was like fourth hitter for baseball? I know nothing about baseball, but he was like, yeah,
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
that means. It's great cleanup on aisle 4.
Grand slam.
What
Yeah,
was it?
cleanup. Bring them home.
Wow.
I wish I
You
had
bat-
that
if
much
you bat fourth in
confidence.
baseball.
Anyways,
I was going to say that, but never mind. Send the vid.
I have a question though. There's that clip that just came out after game 1 of the reporter being like, you guys went like 12 in the last 2 games, whatever, 12 for 67, whatever. And he was like, from a player's perspective, was he just like putting, like, obviously he knows that, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Or do you think that he was just like being sarcastic? like he was being like, as an honest reaction, like, wait, what? For real? Or was that just him being like kind of an asshole? Like, duh, I know that. You're stating the obvious. Because I feel like reporters always ask questions like that. Like, we know that.
Yeah.
I'd say they probably knew it was bad, but maybe like not that bad. But it's also like those are such like unrealistic numbers. It's like in game 1 when the Celtics played the Knicks and they missed 45 3-pointers and lost by 3. It's like, if you look at it from that framework, like that's impossible for, you know, a really good shooting team to miss 45 3-pointers. So it's like eventually you'll like regress back to the mean.
Wait, they shot 45 and made, what was their percentage then?
They went 15 for 60 from 3.
Oh damn.
Which like that's like you put all your money in Vegas, put your mortgage, put everything, and that's not happening again.
Yeah.
At least 45, maybe 46 or 44.
Wait, so is like a usual game plan to just be like, we're going to shoot more threes than the opposing team shoots?
For some teams, yeah. Some teams feel, because the analytics, threes are more than twos. So if you make 5 mid-range jumpers, and if I make 5 threes, then we already have 5. We're already like, our effective field goal is higher, and we're already getting 5 more points than you do.
Yeah.
So like teams would rather take a shot at shooting 50 threes a game and trying to make 45% of them, rather than shooting, 60 mid-ranges and making half of them.
Well, okay, I guess my question was like, let's say you're in the third quarter, you have the stat sheet out, and you see on the stat sheet, like, oh, they've taken 5 more threes. Like, for these next 5 possessions, like, let's hunt threes. Like, is that like an in-game adjustment that's being made? Because like we don't really do that.
I'd say
in
it's
the
more
W.
of a suggestion.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's more of a suggestion. It's like, how can you find ways to generate threes?
Yeah.
Like typically corner threes are a higher percentage than like the break threes.
Mm-hmm.
Like teams would rather defensively give up someone shooting a 3 from the wing or from the break, just because percentages are lower. That's like the weird part around the 3-point line. But yeah, like you want to find ways to generate more threes now, but it's just tough because the game typically dictates what should happen. Like you don't want to go out and just take 10 threes just to take them. You want to make sure that they're good shots.
Yeah. I think like what's really cool this year about, our staff and our, head coach, Lynn Roberts, she bases a lot of like what we run and what shots we want to take off of NBA shot charts. And I guess the past 5 years, like you got your guys' shot chart, which basically means where you're taking shots on the floor. The NBA shot chart shows basically nothing in the mid range, a 2 or a 3. And then compared to like the W shot chart for the past however many years, we have probably like 30% more mid range that we take. And then, that just affects all of our other like effective field goal percentages. So we're really trying to like study film from the NBA and copy you guys, basically.
It's ironic though, because with the Suns, they have 3 of the league's biggest mid-range shooters. Yeah. And even then they're still hunting more threes. Like the stat was, y'all have to shoot like it could be more than 30 threes or something to win a game. Like that was
it was
that's
like
what the analytics were showing.
The analytics would be like, you have to get up at least 45 with the percentages that like those 3 guys shoot. But like between those 3 guys, like they're like, the nickname was like the mid-range mafia, but they're like 3 of like the damn goodest, best like mid-range shooters. They can also shoot threes really well, but it's just a matter of like, when the game comes down to it, like, teams are looking for threes or at the basket. So you're going to need guys that can make shots mid-range, off the dribble, catch and shoot, whatever it is, just the tougher shots.
Because it becomes
when
too
you want to win
predictable.
at the highest level. Yeah. Exactly. Like that's what you need.
Yeah. I just feel like that's why some people complain. They're like, oh, it's a lost art. But I'm like, it's just not a great shot half the time. I like shooting from the mid-range, but if it's off 1 foot and you have 2 people on you, like we get like dinged for those things. And we have an air horn in practice. So if you take a terrible shot,
oh my God,
I know. So we have like a whole flow chart about, no, literally if there's a turnover or a bad shot, There's like an air horn. We get yelled at, which is good. I think shot
That's some,
selection
like, real
is so
psychology.
important. Yeah, it's like Pavlov's dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, it's true. I think something I'm glad I learned at Stanford was the importance of shot selection, because sometimes like you watch shots people take and you're just like, that was, because then that leads into the defense just being harder. Great defense always starts with a good shot. Okay. Enough nerd basketball talk.
Good bump.
That's a good bump right there, y'all.
Good bump. Good bump.
Okay.
All right. What are our notes this week, Tammy?
Our notes are on the Met Gala. The Met just passed, and I really enjoyed sitting and chatting with you all while it was going on. It's just so fun to see. It's so funny to see them all waiting in the line as they're like ready to come out. And some of them are just standing there like stiff as a rock. And then, I don't know, it pans to Zendaya and she just looks like she's having the best time.
She was just like watching Diana Ross.
Yeah, she just looks so chill and like impersonable.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just so funny.
One of the biggest news to come out of the Met Gala is that our girl Rihanna is pregnant again with their baby, trying to be like me. Unfortunately, I believe that means that we are all done with the music, guys. Still no album.
She's given us a lot of good
But
albums.
She's done.
What was the last one?
Anti. Let's ask Perplexity. Perplexity bestie, when was the last Rihanna album dropped?
2016? Yeah.
2016. She's done.
That was like early 2016 too.
Back to the Met and the fits. Did y'all notice anything about the Louis Vuitton girlies?
They didn't wear any pants.
They ain't had no pants on.
T-shirt with no pants on. I actually didn't know this, but maybe I'm just behind. Y'all like fashion though.
Yes.
I didn't know Pharrell is like
Ambassador
of LV.
Yeah. You want to know else something interesting about Pharrell? He has gold fronts, but they're actually Invisalign. So he got his Invisalign fronts gold.
Wait, that's fire.
That's offered to us peasants.
Would you do that? You just have a gold.
No.
Yes. Oh. Yes.
Okay. I actually didn't realize. Wait, does this say why is Rosa Parks in her pussy?
Yeah.
You said the word?
You know?
Is that really Rosa Parks?
Yeah.
For those that are listening, Lisa from Blackpink has Rosa. I refuse. I can't even say it because I refuse to believe that that's actually real. Lisa from Blackpink has Rosa Parks on her undergarment. Like,
Yeah.
they look like panties. I hate that word.
Peonies.
Ugh.
Well, there's another P word.
I was reading. It's different from
okay.
actually saying it. I hate
Fair
that
enough.
other P word too. But Rosa Parks is in her bottom of choice, which the fit is fire. I love the fit, but I can't. I can't.
And she was wearing Louis Vuitton.
I mean, she looks
So
amazing.
that was
I just
probably
don't look so
Pharrell's
closely.
choice to put Rosa Parks on the underwear. So
Is that disrespectful?
I wouldn't do that.
Wear that or choose that?
Both.
I feel like this was a hard theme for anyone that wasn't black. Because there's a fine line between like cultural appropriation and like not wanting to come across like as racist, which I don't know. People find you could it's hard.
There's a difference between appropriation and appreciation.
Appreciation.
Bar. Thank you.
Snaps.
What were your favorite looks, Cammie?
I loved Coco Jones' look. I thought she looked amazing. I thought Diana Ross looked impeccable. I also really liked Alton Mason's ensemble. Very, very slay. And Zendaya. You can't go wrong with Zendaya. Just really wants me, makes me want to have a pantsuit. Really want to wear a suit now with bell bottoms.
A nice tailored suit.
Yes.
Nothing better.
I think remember when I was a little disappointed in Paige's fit at the draft? I think I was looking for something more like that.
I love a white suit.
Altered.
Yeah. It looks so good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, like she wore the white suit last year, but something more like tailored to her body, like Zendaya's was.
I liked how Shabuzi came out with the blues.
Yeah.
And then the girls kind of matched it. I felt like that was nice for a first, Met for him. Andre, 3 stacks, 3,000. Coming in with the piano. Because if you guys didn't know, he dropped the album earlier that day.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
downloaded it. There are no words.
Another one? This is the second one he's done.
Beautiful. Straight piano. But I think it's the 3rd song on the track list. Probably has like 25 words for the name of the song. But it's just the piano. It's beautiful.
Oh.
So those 2. And then Damson Idris. They said he also drove in because he came in with the F1 with the helmet on.
That is cool.
They said he drove the car to the Met Gala and then popped out and then did his reveal.
Shout
Good
out to
bump.
the guys.
Good bump.
Any last words, Damion?
I appreciate y'all having me on here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna plug something real quick. I got a golf event coming up in Louisville, August 4th. It's for my nonprofit, the Damion Lee Family Foundation. Some of the proceeds go back into the city of Louisville. DamionLeeFamilyFoundation.com. If you play golf, sign up. It'll be there. It's a great time. This is our 4th year doing it. 4th year doing it. Yeah, so y'all pull up. If y'all golf, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can hang out, y'all can chill, have some good time.
Even if you don't golf.
Even
it's
if you
still a
don't
fun
golf,
time.
you can pull up, put you on a solid team, kick it. But DamionLeeFamilyFoundation.com. Yeah, August 4th, Louisville, Kentucky, U of L Golf Club.
My fam will be there. The kids are there.
Yeah.
I have
Good
taken up golf
brothers.
recently, so I will be there as well.
Cam won't be there because she'll be in season.
Yeah, I lied. I'm sorry.
But, we'll figure it out.
One
for
day.
sure. And I appreciate y'all. If y'all want to follow my photography page, it's Damography_.
What else? And shout out Daily Deposits. Daily Deposit Crew.
Shout out Daily Deposit Crew. DailyDepositCrew.com.
Well, that is a wrap on episode 15 of Straight to Cam, a Wave original presented by Perplexity.
Shout out to D Lee, and make sure you listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts at Straight to Cam.
And if you don't already, to follow the show on all social media platforms at Straight to Cam to keep up with the best clips throughout the week.
We'll see you next Monday. You dig that?
Bye.